welcome back to part 2 of this Zendikar Rising draft. So yeah, as always, I've made a couple of changes. So I decided I didn't really have any card advantage in the deck. I've added Blood Beckoning, so that can give you 2 creature cards from your graveyard for 4 mana. And I thought that's particularly good because you can pick and choose and select things that are going to be maybe clerics or life gain cards that life gain creatures, which are, let's face it, they're probably clerics. Or you might want to pick something that fills your party out to fuel your, because you want to. I want to get practice tactics to work as well. So that seems to make a lot of sense. I decided, why not put in a single Drana's Silencer? So I'll have 1 6-drop in the deck. It will be the only rogue, so it always gets rogue at least in the party. And we've got, I think, 6 clerics and 3 warriors. So it might give something -3/-3, and I guess it's another card advantage card. It can get a 2 for 1. So I thought it's for the very least it's worth trying out. I am put off by the mana cost, but I think running 1 in the deck is pretty low risk. I'll probably see 1 in every single opening hand, but that's how Magic goes sometimes. What I've taken out, I've taken out 1 Hagra Constrictor, so I'm down to 2. I feel like 2 is probably enough. It's a good card. And I took out a swamp. So I am down to 17 land, including the Kabira takedown. My reasoning is, even though I'm almost certainly playing this as a spell, in some games I might have to play it as a land, but I can always rely on a Tazim Raptor to bring it back to my hand. That's my reasoning. So I don't need to pretend that it's always going to be a spell. I'm going to say 17 land is fine. I've also, Skyclave Sentinel also made it back into the deck as well. Trying to think, what did I actually take out for that? I'm not sure at this point. Maybe the Prowling Felidar got dropped for that. But I think that's right. I think I took it out and I put it back in. But yeah, it just seems to make sense because you can get the +1/+1 counters, so it can be a flying creature with menace as well. That seems pretty good for the late game. So that's effectively that's going to be a 7-drop. I thought it would be. I did drop it because it's mostly I'm going to be playing it as a defender. It seems like quite a defensive card, and maybe I'm more of an aggro deck, but I've decided it's playable, and having an extra card against those small flyers seems to make sense. I think I guess what I might be weak against are the big creature decks, because practice tactics, it's usually only going to do 2 damage or maybe 4 damage. Feed the Swarm is going to be painful for killing large creatures. The large creature I'm imagining is Seagate Colossus, because obviously it's just sitting there right in front of me. I think I decided not to play my one because it doesn't have evasion. I don't have a very strong party mechanic. So I think, on balance, I'd rather play the Drana's Silencer and just try out this card, because I drafted 2 in the previous draft and never played and never put it in the deck. So I think it's time to give it a chance. If you can take out a 2 toughness flyer, then that's going to be pretty good, I would say. Okay, yeah, and I've called the deck. I racked my brains and I came up with Priests and Beasts, which seems very appropriate. Right. Let's just double check everything. Yeah, everything seems to be working. Right, I'll just get this started. The mana curve looks much better for this deck. I've got loads of 2-drops and 3-drops and just a smattering of others. So the deck yesterday, it was mostly 3-drops, and I rarely saw any of my 2-drop creatures. I think I only had about 2 or 3, so it seems to make quite a big difference. Okay, so we've only got this draw. I've only got 3-drops, and of course, what did I say earlier? We're absolutely bound to see Drana's Silencer in the opening hand, but yeah, that's guaranteed. At least we've got both colours of mana. We've got 4 land. We might even cast Drana's Silencer this game, and it might do something. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice top deck. So we've managed to top deck a 2-drop, which is perfect. I guess we'll even do a 1-point drain life. Nice. So he's got he's got a pretty good blocker there. 1/3. I think there's no need to play the Raptor yet. I think we play the Blight Priest now. That will be able to get through. Interesting, right? So he's got the 2/1, so we can see his plan there. He's gonna just trade off for the Blight Priest, which makes a lot of sense. We can play a Hagra Constrictor, or maybe we play the Raptor. Yeah, I think now we'll play a Flyer, and we will not bounce a land. So he's got 2 party members now. Well, we know in white we've got the top. Oh, Rooster Drakes. Well, that's an excellent card. We have a Cleric. So that will be a 3/3. Do we trade off a Raptor? Well, he's bound to get another one pretty soon. I think plan is we will just go in like that and potentially trade off. We're okay with that. And then we'll play a Merrier Captain, and that should be a 3/3. And what else was I talking about? I thought I was worried about Seagate Colossus. There it is. Okay, well, we can... yeah, we don't need to deploy the Hagra Constrictor yet. I'm thinking... no, it doesn't quite work. I was just thinking I'll attack with that, but he just blocks with the Seagate Colossus. So yeah, okay, we will deploy the Hagra Constrictor now. Swing for 3. So I suppose we'd quite like to keep a... We've got a Cleric in hand, so we can double block. Now the problem is that counts as a wizard. We know what happens when we block things against a blue deck. and they've got a wizard, they can deploy a chilling trap. And so to be sure of killing the Colossus, I think, well, we could block with everything. He might have 2 chilling traps, you know. I think in this situation we're going to block the pack beast like that, and we're going to just take 7 damage. I think I'm okay with that. That's fine. Expedition Diviner, so 3/2 flying. Damn, so obviously I definitely want to kill that. Oh wait, he does not have another wizard. This might be the moment of glory for my Drana's Silencer. It's actually going to do something pretty good. This has got Menace. This... yeah, I'm guessing he will not. This has got Menace as well. I think we attack with everything, you know. Except... no, yeah, we attack with everything. Let's not mess about. You got Menace, so that's crucial. if you, the only problem is if you can cast, you could cast a kick spell at instant speed. Interesting. Okay, we've got a very interesting situation. He is not going to keep the Diviner. Trading it off for a Hagra thing. Well, that is an interesting decision. Okay. Now the situation here, we have Warrior, Cleric, and Rogue. We could kill the Cleric of Chill Depths. It seems stupid now to do that. But I've got to keep the pressure up. Warrior, Cleric, and Rogue. Right, should be a -3, -3. Spell shield, sure. Okay. Ha ha. Guess what? There is a 1 mana, a 2 mana kicker spell that you could have done to make a 2/2 Drake. I completely forgot about that card. Not gonna lie. Okay. I think we'll do no blocks again. And we'll just have to block next time. Okay, Risen Riptide. If you kick something, it does something. Yeah. Right, so I think we've only got 1 black mana, so whatever we do with Blood Beckoning, we can only... we could cast 1 white spell, we could cast 1 Raptor this turn. The Blood Priest seems quite good, because it will do a 3-point drain life. Okay, We've got an issue with the... I think, yeah, we'll do the Angel Heart Protector, and we'll make the Meria Captain indestructible. And we will just attack with that. That's the plan. And we can't actually... We could Blood Beckoning for one, but it seems kind of weak. Okay, yeah, I think we'll end the turn. Because we are just kind of dying to this Colossus now. And he might have a kick spell to make that a creature, which is a bit of a disaster as well. Yeah, he's kicked that. That's 5/5. He's got another creature, and he's got his hexproofing back. Yay! Okay, we know that. So we know what he's got in his hand. That's the good news, even though it doesn't want to show me. So that okay, right. So that gets to have 8 toughness. Great. We lose all of these guys as well, and we're going to take 5 damage from that. Pretty rough. Okay, so yeah, this strategy of mine didn't work. Three for one from from that guy. Okay, so is there anything we can do to stay alive? The trouble is, yeah, we can't quite do 2 things in the turn. That's a very cheap kick spell to trigger the Risen Riptide. Well. That'd be nice. Would have been nice to bring that. I suppose I could have brought that back last turn, and I'd have done a 2-point drain life, which would still maybe not do enough. Yeah. Okay, I think that's good game. Let's play a Skyclave Sentinel. And do it that way. So yeah, the very card I drafted myself, and I looked at it and I thought, that could be a problem for me to deal with. It has beaten me. Still, Drana's Silencer had a moment of glory. No attacks, and end the turn. Oh, we could have. No, I suppose they could have double blocked, wouldn't they? So this deck just looks better than mine. It had he got Roost of Drakes. He played it early, and he's made several Drakes with it. And he had a huge creature as well. His party mechanic game was better. So we just lost in several ways. Chump block there, and we just still take 4 damage. I don't think I've seen Roost of Drakes yet in the 2 drafts that I've had. Right, I think yeah, I just let his golem through for his first 2 attacks. I think if in hindsight, yeah, if I held back a bit on attacking and just blocked, yeah, I think I was worried about Chilling Trap and that creating a huge blowout, killing all my creatures basically. He was gonna get a big trade with that guy, whatever happened. I think I was hoping to get top deck a removal card, But we'll see what we've got here. We do have a practice tactics. It's not quite going to stop a 5 toughness creature. Let's see, so I think we lead with the Expedition Healer. Or do we go a bit more aggressive? We can go Sellsword. And if he misses a creature drop, we're getting in for 3 damage. He missed a creature drop. Okay. And I think we follow up with a Cleric. Suddenly this thing is doing 4 damage, which is pretty good. So pretty sure this does 4 damage, right? Excuse me. Right. Do we hold back until? Yeah, I think we end turn there. I think we'll hold out for 1 more land, and then we can play a 3/3 flyer. Rasa Brute. Okay, cool. And a Light Blade. So I think I go on the defensive now. I think, yeah, I could use Nahiri's Binding, but also a really good play. They attack with both, I trade off both, and I can get them both back with Blood Beckoning. I think I'll wait and use Nahiri's Binding somewhere else. There's an argument it keeps up the pressure on him. But we'll see if he might have some removal here. Shepherd of Heroes already, okay. Boom. So yeah, that's a good target for Nahiri's Binding. Right, I think, yeah, Nahiri's Binding, let's just stop some damage coming in. That's just going to fly in and do me quite a lot. So yeah, I'm glad I saved that up for a turn. No attacks, and the turn. I'll just try and weather the onslaught here. Okay, yeah, we have Veteran Adventurer as well. And he's getting... Oh, he's a 4/4 now, so... it's just giving me that impossible choice, because I wanted to trade these 2 off for the Adventurer. But I might have to trade them off for a Brute. But he is tapped out. I can do quite a good Blood Beckoning next round, but then I'll take 6 damage from these guys. Okay, well I think we'll trade off here. Doesn't feel great, but So whatever creatures I put out, I can't trade off the adventurer. But I can play 2 creatures this time. This turn, I can trade off the Blightblade. So I think let's play the 2 creatures this round. Let's go for this guy. Let's go for the Raptor as well. We don't need to bounce a land. We'll decline that. So yeah, the theory, at least we're stopping 1 damage from this Death Touch guy. That's the theory. Right, what's this doing? We both draw a card. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. That's a cleric. Scale the heights, so he's even bigger. So this whole cantrip idea is working for this guy. It didn't work for me. Okay, 6/6. I bet he's got Might of Murasa in his deck as well. So again, we have to let the big creature through. So I thought big creatures might be a problem, and that is exactly the situation I find myself in. The trouble with these, yeah, they've got putting these creatures out. They have 6 toughness between them, so it's going to be a 3-for-1 just to all block this guy. But what am I talking about? That becomes a 3/3. Haha. There you go. Farsight Adept. Okay. Let's do that. Make this cleric a bit bigger. Good. I was talking about playing this with Kicker, and it's turned into another emergency situation. If he's basically top decked another boost card, there's not. I think I'm still on 15 life. I think I can hold out with it with the Gloom Hunter. That's my theory. And everybody on the defensive, I think. We'll just see if he's got 1 land, and he's got enough mana for Vastwood Surge as well. Spring Mountain Cleric. Okay, he's played out his entire hand. That is the good news. So I hate to say it looks like I'm heading for another 0/3. My deck isn't as good as I thought it was. People are playing huge creatures and just destroying me, rather than playing lots of small flying creatures, which maybe I could deal with. But yeah, he's given the game away. I can just double block here and trade off something, at least. He's just had a very good rollout of creatures. He hasn't missed a land drop. Okay, we've got 2 things we can do. That's killing that one is gonna cost me 5 life. This is a sorcery speed thing. So let's do it now. It's pretty nice to actually draw some removal for once. There we go. Boom. We've drawn a lot of removal. We've got Nahiri's Binding on this guy. Okay, so we can't even afford to attack. We've got to trade off his Death Touch if he wants to attack with that. Prowling Felidar, so 2/3. Okay, trade off there. Trade off for the Blightblade. Yeah, I'm fine with doing that. That's okay. Okay, we're not. Yeah. It's there's no point playing the Raptor. I could do Raptor and Gloom Hunter, double block. It just seems lame to do that. He could hit me for 3 with this guy. Or if he could top deck something that maybe wins the game for him. The Vastwood Surge would add... that'd be 6 damage. I think I can get away with a Blood Beckoning with Kicker. With a Cleric of Life's Bond and the best Cleric we've got available. Yeah, that would... He's got lifelink. Maybe I should have gone for the one with 3 power, but... yeah, I've gone for the one with more lifelink, I suppose. How long have I been waiting for that 6th land? It's quite a long time, it feels like. Okay, oh look, we got it this time. Right, we do our Cleric. And we'll do this Cleric as well. So even if it becomes a 4/5, we can do quite a good block. And this guy has got lifelink, so he can trigger that guy again, which is pretty good. End the turn. Now he's just see what he top decks, because he's had some very good cards. Shepherd of Heroes is really good. Okay, what does this do? It's 3/4 at the first. And right, he makes lots of creatures. Well, that's pretty nice. Again, he's not forcing me to worry about what he's got in his hand because he's playing it out first, which is nice for me, I guess. So we are totally, yeah, we're going to lose the Cleric, but that's fine. We can't afford to take any more damage. There we go, and we get back up to 7 life, which is alright. And we will get, finally, we'll get our kicked Ghastly Gloom Hunter. Which could potentially keep me in the game. What are the chances he will top deck a removal spell? Yeah, Prowling Felidar. Okay, that's pretty strong. Okay, so guess what? We've got another tough decision. We could actually double block and kill that, and stop him creating loads of counters. I think we'll let it through. I think we'll let it through because we can hit back and get 3 life points back. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, we'll let it through. We'll let it through. There we go. We've got a Skyclave Sentinel. Right, so kick that. 7 mana, and we get a 4/5 flyer. That's much bigger than what he's got at the moment. Nice top deck, I think. Well, oh yeah, I've got to remember this Cleric does not have lifelink at the moment. I don't have another Cleric. Okay, he's got, he can trigger some landfall and give it that a counter and get a 1/1 creature, which is all pretty impressive. I think Sentinel's got to stay back to defend. There we go, he gets a token. 10 life. We'll just play our Tassie Raptor as well, and I think we've pretty much spent the most expensive thing in our deck, which is the 7 mana Skyclave Sentinel. There's just the 6 mana guy coming up, and we're just kind of top decking and playing everything at the moment. Oh well, he's got a good answer to my Gloom Hunter. Let's play this one again, why not? 2 lands in hand seems reasonable. So as soon as I attack with this Sentinel, he can swing in with a couple of 3/4s. So I think we are just attacking with that and regaining some life points. We've already used our Blood Beckoning. Okay, what's this guy do? 3/2. Oh, okay. If he has a warrior, does he have a warrior? Not at the moment. Very soon that's going to get out of control though, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's a good point. I for some reason I just didn't twig that, so I'm actually going to trade that guy off for a Raptor, which isn't so good. And we'll end the turn now. Yeah, a bit of a whoopsie there. So this is today's games. These have been a bit more like the draft games I'm used to, where we end up getting quite a lot of creatures out, and it's a bit of a you definitely have a bit of a standoff going on. He is just going to attack with everything, and he's played out everything from his hand. But the nice thing is I'm on 16 life. Do we kill the thing that makes the creatures, or do we kill the thing that gets huge? Kill the thing that gets huge, I think. We've got a 2/2 that can... That thing also could potentially get large. Or we could... Oh, that's a good idea. Let's double block the thing that makes lots of creatures. And we just hope he doesn't get a warrior to go with that guy. He did get a warrior to go with that guy. Ah, right. I think... Yeah. Okay, so Healer kills the warrior. And we will just eat that insect up. That's reasonable. Right, 3 blockers. He's got through with 4 damage. Aha! Okay, well that was just after I killed all my creatures, so that's going to be a 2/2. Shame. Right, so he can still make lots of insects. And this is only going to be a 2/2. Yeah. But they can double block and kill something between them, and I can swing in for 4. And then we're going to be in a race situation, aren't we? Okay, I think. Oh yeah, we've used the timeout. Let's think about this a little bit. And I think I can definitely just fly over that and do 2, or I could fly over that, do 4, and hold these back for blocking. I think on balance, we're kind of losing the race. We're on 12, he's on 16. And it's a pretty close race, isn't it? He's got 7 power on the board. Oh, okay, something gets bigger. Oh, the Snarecaster, good choice. So my flyers are a bit weaker. Now here's a good one. I've got Hagra Constrictor. So this guy in particular has Menace. So he needs another flying blocker. Turn. And he can't block this guy either, so might as well play our planes out. Yeah, we both got 11 lands, so I can't have any complaints really. So he's attacking with everything. Oh my goodness! Right, and he's got a card in hand. We're not going to. I think crucial thing is to not worry too much about that. Okay, so take out the thing that makes loads of insects. That seems like a priority. We want this guy to not die. That guy's a warrior. Take out one of the warriors. And I guess, or we could triple block that to kill it, and then lose the Emeria captain, right? Or Emeria captain goes there, and these two just kill the 3/3, yeah? I lose one of them. I think that's just some good blocking. But you might have Vastwood Surge, right? Which would be a disaster, but I don't think there's a good way of doing that one. Oh, Practice Tactics takes him out. Okay. So, I suppose the good news there, we took out the 3/3 troll. We took out a 1/1. The Hagra Constrictor is dead, and he's used his removal spell. We never killed the Horn Beetle. That's still a problem. And this guy's going to do a 2-point drain life, which is pretty good. We can swing in for 4, but he's got like the perfect blocker there. That's the only problem. We can swing in for 4 damage now whilst we can, I think, whilst he's tapped out. I think that seems reasonable. Gets him down to 8, and then we can do a 2-point drain life. We're kind of gradually winning the race, but we've lost our menace thingy. Oh, that's a big creature. Okay. Okay, right. He's attacking with a Snarecaster, but we can't kill the Snarecaster. And we've got to decide: do we want to definitely kill the Beetle now? He can kill both of my guys for the Beetle, which that doesn't feel good. So I think no, we have to do no blocks, unfortunately. We're down to 6. Okay. Oh, Fearless Fledgling gets to be a bit bigger. That's pretty good. So that's got Vigilance. That can attack. This is why we held all these lands. We can build up our Fledgling. And we can attack with a Vigilance guy. These 2 flyers both get through and do 4, and then I can get through with 3 flyers next round, right? I just have to survive, so I know I get through with 2 flyers next round because one of them gets blocked. So 4 damage now, 4 damage next turn isn't quite enough to win. That's a shame. So I think we'll just attack with that guy again to 7. And probably have to double block that guy. And we can get this guy to 3/3, so we ideally don't want to chump block with him this turn. Okay, he's doing... Now, he is attacking with a Snarecaster. He has nothing in his hand. The insect does not have reach. Therefore, if I just... This guy does not have trample. If I just block that, and I let 3, 4, 5 damage through, and there's nothing surprising that will do me an extra point of damage, like trample. Okay, hopefully I figured that out right. Okay, he definitely doesn't have trample. I don't lose life when this guy dies. Nothing silly like that. That does 2 damage, that does 3 damage. 2 plus 3 equals 5. I'm on 6. I mean, it's... Yeah. As they say, math is for blockers. Right, I think that works. I'm on 1. Okay. Very good. Guess what? We have a land in hand, so that's 3. And we have Hagra Constrictor as well. We did it! We ground out a victory. Closest match imaginable. He just needed to hold back his reach guy, and I wouldn't have been able to win that turn, and I'd have had a big problem to deal with. Well, that's our first ever game win in Zendikar Rising Quick Draft. Oof. And it was tough going, down to 1 life. Amazing. But yeah, so unsurprisingly, yesterday's matches were a small sample size. I'd say the first two decks had pretty strong curves, mana curves, so it sort of felt like an aggro kind of thing, and then the third deck took a little while to get going, but he had quite a good blue-red wizard combo, and it's completely different today. I've just been stomped by big creatures, by people using the party mechanic really effectively. So that's kind of interesting. The blue-red guy yesterday had a good good party mechanic deck. Just to talk about this hand, we don't have a 2-drop, we have a 3-drop creature, we have a removal card, and we have Blood Beckoning. I think this keeps us in the game, but it's not too great a hand. And it's another, look who it is, it's another hand with Drana's Silencer. Most expensive card. But he has killed somebody. He took somebody out in the first game. I think it was a 1/3 creature. It wasn't the most effective thing to take out. But we're very happy to see that 4th land. Maybe a Drana's Silencer will be on the cards in the not too distant future. Imagine if he gets killed as well and we can bring him back with Blood Beckoning. Oh, that'd be amazing. But yeah, slow start for me. Maybe a slow start for this guy as well. Thinking we'll open with the Cleric rather than the Flyer. Or we could even use Vanquish the Weak on something. Interesting. Deadly Mouse. I've actually got quite a few ways to kill it. So the Blight Priest could actually just stand, rather than using a removal spell, I can stand the Blight Priest in the way of it. Because it's probably going to be a 2/3 this round. It's going to be out of reach of practice tactics for a while. He's thinking about using his Vanquish the Weak on my priest, I'm guessing. If that's my prediction. But yeah, I did have an opportunity to draft one of these, but I did skip it. But yeah, in some circumstances, that's as good as a Crusade effect. Okay, he's got 3 colours. Nice. He's hit all 3 colours. Okay, right. He's using some serious removal on my 3/2. That's, in a way, that's quite good. Right. Now we've got... So we know that thing is going to be a 2/3. So the Raptor isn't going to be much good at blocking it. I could play this as a defender, but we know if I do that, then this guy will have no scope. Yeah, I've got nothing in the deck to add counters to things. Right. But yeah, I'm thinking defensively. I'm thinking let's play a 2/3 blocker. Maybe he'll use another removal spell on that. Sorry, it's 4 colours. He's hit now. Mara Wizard, that's pretty serious. Okay, I see. Right, he can gain flying, and it'll be a 4/3 flying. That's pretty sweet. So he's out of range of Vanquish the Weak. If I could get a warrior in play, actually, that That would be nice, wouldn't it? Then the silencer would be able to kill that guy. Practice tactics does 2 damage. I think here's the plan. I'm going to leave mana up for practice tactics, so it does 2 damage. And I'll play the raptor. Nope, no. Oh my god. Oh. Ah, right. No, I can actually fix that mistake. It tapped all my white mana, even knowing I had a white instant in my hand. I guess because I also had a black sorcery in my hand. It thought I might want to use Blood Beckoning on an empty graveyard. Yeah. It makes perfect sense. Okay, another land. Oh, 5/4, of course. Is he going to do instant sorcery or wizard spell? I'm quite curious. Oh, that's dead. Okay, another removal spell, and that is now flying. And that is tapped. Okay, great. And now you can get through with that. And that was a lot of removal cards. My goodness. So he's getting through with 7 damage now. Which is getting pretty serious, gotta say. We have hit a 5th land. That's pretty handy. What got milled off the top? Oh, Hagra Constrictor. On the plains. Okay. He's down to 1 card. Oh, I've still got all my cards in my hand, really. So one plan we've got, we want to do a Skyclave Shadowcat. Sacrifice the priest, but in the future. Because we want to keep the priest in play, so we can do 2 damage with that. And if we can get the silencer out, then that suddenly does 4 damage. The silencer will only be able to kill the Jabbar, so it feels like a waste using the vanquish the weak on the Jabbar. Okay, so I'm going to get bashed again this turn, and I'm not going to be able to do too much. I'm going to Blood Beckoning for both those creatures, but yeah. Let's do it. This might not be the best plan, but I guess the Shadowcat could have blocked the Jerboa. If he doesn't have a land drop, I could blow it up with practice tactics. Okay, that counts as a wizard, so that's getting through. Okay. And he's just able to play everything in his hand because, well, he's hit his land. And I used a kicked spell that turn. Oh, that's a 7/6. Of course it is. Why not? Because for each creature in your party, yeah. So the party mechanic works, guys. Okay, so this is a horrible situation. I can take out that, so that's 1 less damage. Yeah, I could do that. If okay, pass 2 blockers. Pass to damage. I think we're not going to kill the Jerboa. Okay, right. We've got a blocker. Now he's untapped, finally. Right. Fearless Fledgling is not very good without land. This would give me another flying blocker. This would give me a 3/3 who could trade off for the Outrider, and then have I seriously not got... I've only got him as the... yeah, that's the problem. And the... okay, so the Sky Cat, I think, has to do a job here. Sky Cat comes out. I think he's been able to give that flying every turn, hasn't he? And he's this is a pretty strong card. So he's looks like he's got 3 party members as well. Just attacks with everything. What do I do? Trade off there. Because he's getting through with 3 damage. If I kill the wizard, I have to trade off there, chomp there, 2 blockers, and 2 damage to the Pack Beast. Okay. This card is absolutely huge. 4/3 flying is, and he's got Blood Beckoning. That's nice for him. So these are coming back, and he can do a Blood Beckoning and still cast his things. That was my entire turn when I did it. Yeah, guess what? Drawing a Silencer. Not very good, is it? In this deck. Alright, so the only flying thingy... oh, this is a good point. We can bounce a land and replay it. But yeah, we can't vanquish the weak on that guy. We can make that a 2/2. So we need a flying chump blocker. We can bounce a land. We can't double block because then we'll let through 3 damage. And we could... oh Jesus! So we've got a problem with that guy, haven't we? Okay, it's his turn, yeah. So I guess we're gonna do. Oh, good job. That's an instant, right? So we'll see what he buffs up with Kabira Outrider. So if I hadn't done my Blood Beckoning, I'd have played the Sky Cat. Sorry, the Shadow Cat. If only it was a Sky Cat, he could have yeah, blocked in the sky. Kabira Outrider, target creature, gets lots of stats. It's going to be the Jabbar, and I'm going to vanquish it. But a little problem, we die now, don't we? So there was unfortunately no way. I like the way he's able to play a 4-colour deck and play all of his lands and play all of his creatures easily. He's probably playing 18 lands in his deck, and I'm foolishly only playing 17. So I'm dead. Good game. Good game. Okay. Yeah, I think if I didn't kick that spell, I'd have... Yeah, I just lost tempo with that. I spent a turn doing nothing. I don't know, it just seemed like a good idea at the time, but it really wasn't. I should have I should have put another blocker out. Okay, we're 1 and 2. Let's have a quick look at the deck again. I don't think I'd change anything, but I think after that performance, okay, maybe we do change something. I think I've seen enough Drana's Silencer. Out of 3 games, I've seen him in my opening hand twice, so he goes away now. Bye bye. Seagate Colossus. It worked for somebody else, maybe. And we are getting some games where this is viable. We're getting to a 5 mana, and I do seem to get a couple of things, but that's just going to be another card I see in my opening hand. I think let's get the other Hagra Constrictor in. There we go. Little change. So yeah, Drana Silencer. I gave him his chance. He managed to kill a creature. It wasn't as impactful as I hoped. And then I had a game where I got stuck on 5 mana and I saw him the entire game. Okay, so this is playable, even though it's 2 land. We've got a creature and a removal spell. And then lots of 3 drops, so we just need to see 1 land. I mean, how hard could it be to see 1 land? We've got another 2 drop. Ah, the Fearless Fledgling. We've actually got a pretty good start then, that's good, a 3rd land. So do Nectar Pot. Do we have a landfall? We do. It's going to fly over me. Yeah. Okay. And I think he's a perfect target for Feed the Swarm. I'm just going to attack with a Sellsword and trade off for the Nectar Pot, I think. That's fine. No, he didn't. He didn't take it. Okay. Right. Feed the Swarm is sorcery. That's going to get just absolutely huge. I'm going to take 2 damage, but it's going to stop 3 damage. So yeah, let's kill that now, because we are going to do that at some point. Now's as good a time as any. Oh, he's got another one. Nice. Loads of life gain. Spare supplies. Yeah, I was trying to use that the other day. Because then do Nectar Pot beat down. It's happening, right? Do we vanquish the weak on a Kazindu Nectar Pot? I don't think we do. I think that's a bit mad. We're still trying to trade off for one of these. Go on. Oh no, he's gonna let the damage through because he knows he's got so much life gain, I suppose. I guess the Blight Priest makes a bit of sense because it's just a bit bigger than a Nectar Pot. See if that gets blown up by something. Very nice. Adds up, doesn't it? Oh, here we go. Shepherd of Heroes. Okay. And it's, again, Vanquish the weak is not going to work on something that isn't weak. Right. Yeah, we will hold out for Ghastly Gloom Hunter. Constrictor is out. So yeah, we're having trouble with big creatures this run. Vanquish the weak is feeling pretty silly. Yeah, maybe I should have used that on the fledgling. Would have made a lot of sense, because then I could kill anything that came out, even if it's going to cost me 5 life. It's probably going to be a lot less than letting him attack me over and over again. So nice. So he's got another flyer. I can take out the small flyer, I suppose. Well, he did a lot that turn. Right, let's do it. We can make a 3/3 flyer. Okay, let's think about what we're doing. My feeling is I can't afford to attack with anything, because we are just massively losing the race at the moment. I attack with everything. He just lets it through and attacks with everything. So he gets like 5 extra damage through. In fact, yeah, 8 damage. So we'll play our flyer. This guy's actually got menace, but he's going to get double blocked by them. It's a good defensive creature. Yeah. As it turns out, it's something I dropped from my deck last night, and maybe it was fine. Oh, just attack with everything, for sure. Okay, because we know what he's got. He's got +2/+1 to everything. Right? That's the kicked version of that card. We'll just accept the fact that he's probably going to die. And I think we should still be able to. So actually, he's going to go up to 2 toughness. So the Hagra Constrictor can kill him. That's going to go up to 3. So that's 5, 8 damage going through. I think we double block Kazindu Nectarpot, so just so we kill it, and we'll lose both creatures, which is pretty terrible. But that's my prediction. He's got the +2/+1 thingy. And that's why he didn't chump block. He has the +2/+1 thingy. Correctly predicted it. Not that it did me all that much good. Okay, that's nice. We got a 1-point drain life guy. We've got 6 mana, so we can play that guy. We can play both guys. One-point drain. Fine. So yeah, we got I think we had this from the start, didn't we? So that was our error here. We killed the Fearless Fledgling with the thing with that, because I thought, oh yeah, feed the swarm. I don't want to spend too much life killing stuff. I want to use that on the small thing. No, use the Vanquish the Weak on the small thing, because it doesn't work on the big thing. It's that simple. Right. Lithoform Engine. Let's read. Oh, it's a mythic artifact. I bet it's something pretty good. Okay, you can copy activated or triggered ability. Copy instant or sorcery. Copy target permanent that you control. So you can just make copies of the Shepherd of Heroes. Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay. No point attacking, but I could vanquish the weak and attack. Yeah, let's do it. Can he copy? It has to be something you control. So I may as well attack for 4 and just try and race it a little bit. And I can play 2/2. No, let's decline. We have no landfall abilities, so yeah. Sure. So this is turns out this spare supplies I've been seeing in a lot of decks. Okay, fair enough. This guy's got a lithiform engine where he can copy it. Right. No blocks. Hello, hello. Do we actually have a spell that can kill him? That can kill his dude? Possibly. So it's the first time I've drawn this card. Should do 3 damage, shouldn't it? And it is instant. Okay, good. But he can, of course, just copy it for 4 instant speed. Okay, he's got... Not only does he have a lithiform engine, he has a cragplate Baloth, which is the best creature in the game, which has got hexproof. You can't even target it with anything. Sure. Why not? Does it have haste as well? Yeah, apparently it has haste. Great. So I've just been struggling and sweating to try and kill a Shepherd of Heroes, and he played... yeah. And he just literally plays probably the best creature in the game, in this set. Great. Doesn't have trample. I could have chomp blocked it if I hadn't attacked the previous turn. I should have been thinking, yeah, he could play a Cragplate Baloth the next turn. I can't afford to attack. But yeah. That was very, very lost indeed. Okay. Well, progress. We did 1 win better than our previous attempt. I thought this deck was a lot better. I like the mana curve. My experience yesterday suggested I'd be up against low to the ground aggro, and I drafted accordingly. I made a deck that would deal with that strategy. So I've got things that do small amounts of damage. Practice Tactics usually does 2, sometimes 4 damage. I had Vanquish the Weak, kills creatures with power 3 or less. Oh my god! I've just realised what I've just done. Yeah. Well, if you're watching this and you realise what I just did, you're probably shouting at the screen. Yeah. I literally mistook this card for casting cost 3 or less. It's power 3 or less. So it does actually kill the 3/4 flyer. So that is the biggest mistake I've made in these 2 drafts. That's the biggest mistake I've made for quite a while. So that's quite funny. I suppose there's some entertainment value in that. Well, so I guess that's a daily reminder. Read the card. Read the card. So yeah, oops. And there's me thinking, I'm so foolish for using Feed the Swarm on his Fearless Fledgling when I should have killed it with Vanquish the Weak and then done Feed the Swarm on his Flyer. Yeah. Well, that was very silly. So I'm thinking in the previous games where else. I'm sure it was sitting in my hand in another game. I think though it was when he had a 4/3. He had the 4/3 flyer, or the guy who becomes flying, so it wouldn't have worked against that. But he did have the 3/3 pack beast thing. it would have worked on that. So that maybe that would have made a difference. So yeah,